All right, welcome back to the program. It's still the platform, the pinnacle of all discussion. In the first half of this program this morning, we talked about cholera outbreak and how, the possible cholera outbreak in the state and how the government is preparing to handle it. Now, I told you that we are going to be looking at that particular road project. It's a federal road project, and that's Akara Road. And we are looking at who actually attracted that road. There's this rancor between the former governor, Senator Joseph Carlo, and the former Minister of State for Mines and Steel Development, Chief Uche Oga. We'll look at all that and find out what actually transpired. And I have joining me virtually Barrister Chijioke Udogu. He is an aide to the former Minister of for State for Mines and Steel Development. Barrister, good morning. Thank you so much for coming on the show this morning.
Good morning, Mr. Loha. Nice to have you. Thank you.
Welcome. Now, I'm sure you must have been following events and that discussion. That particular issue has generated controversies here and there. That is the issue of who actually attracted Akara Road. Can you tell us who actually attracted it and why are we having this rancor between your boss, that is Dr. Uche Oga, and the former governor of Abia State, Senator Joseph Carlo?
Thank you. And thank you, the hearers at home. Well, ordinarily, there shouldn't have been any dispute as per who attracted the road. Dr. Uche Oga, when he was appointed minister in August 2019, the very first steps he took was making sure that that road was taken up for rehabilitation by the federal government. Yes, it was a state road, but notwithstanding, it was put in the Appropriation Act of 2020, contrary to the claim by the office of Senator Joseph Carlo that it wasn't in the budget 2022.
Okay.
National budget document is a public document, and we have our national budget website. Everybody can go there and look for the budget of 2020 under the Ministry of Works section. That road was included.
Okay.
Following up on that, Dr. Uche Oga wrote to Mr. President, appealing to him. He has displayed that letter of appeal to Mr. President. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Sure, go ahead.
In response, Mr. President now copied Dr. Uche Oga and wrote to the Minister of Works and said, please, let's give heed to this appeal by Dr. Uche Oga. The presidency wouldn't have replied or taken steps to implementing the rehabilitation if the road was not captured in the Appropriation Act. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
The president couldn't have ordinarily given heed to, go and rehabilitate the road that wasn't appropriated for.
Okay.
It was in the 2020 Act. And Mr. President replied and said, please give it today. And based on that, the then Minister of Works, Fashola, SAN, prepared a memo to Federal Executive Council. And Dr. Oga was even, at the day of the FEC, asked to defend that road, the project. He defended it and pleaded with Mr. President and the entire FEC members. After which Mr. President graciously approved. Somebody now woke up one day and said he attracted the road. How did you attract it? Give us documents to show you are the one. He could not. He said he was not even in the appropriation till 2022. And I've said, okay, go to 2020 Act. If he's not there, then know that Dr. Oga was lying. But if he's there and Dr. Oga has the letter replied to by Mr. President, then what are you claiming that you attracted? No, you did not. It was strange for my senator, I'm sorry, with all due respect, to say he was not aware that an item as crucial as that was included in the Appropriation Act, and he's not aware.
Okay.
Are you getting what I'm saying, my brother?
Yes, I'm following. Now, one will be wondering, at what point did this disagreement come up? I mean, those are two national leaders from Abia State. One former minister, one former governor, and presently the senator. They should be working hand in hand. I mean, to bring development to the state. Why are we having this disagreement?
That's why I said there shouldn't have been any agreement, because when the road was approved, it was Dr. Oga that insisted it must be a foreign firm that will handle it because of the peculiar terrain of that road. And in appreciation, even the company that is doing the road erected a billboard there and put the picture of Dr. Oga. It has been there since 2021. Then just last week, our distinguished senator Dan granted an interview which they recorded in a clip and said he attracted the road. We were like, how? Okay, if you say, okay, when the angling for each rehabilitation started, that you even put in one or two words, it would have been a good, fair comment. After all, it's a collective thing. But for you now to appropriate it solely to say, I attracted this. My brother, nobody will keep quiet when you are saying what is not correct, when you are deceiving people. Are you getting what I'm saying? Okay. So Dr. Oga Camp has challenged him and said, put out your own document from presidency, because presidency can put out two documents over the same subject matter. Are you getting what I'm saying, sir?
Okay, so I also know that if you're talking about the Appropriation Act of 2022, of course, it must have passed through the National Assembly Senate.
Of course, of course.
And you know that the distinguished senator was at the time a Senate chief. He was the leadership of the National Assembly at the time. Could it be that he actually pursued it? Maybe your principal admitted an idea, then he took it up and made sure that the Senate approves it. Maybe that's why he's claiming.
No. Why I will disagree with you on that? That he said it himself that it did not appear in the national budget till 2022, and we are saying no, sir. It has been there since 2020. My God, is a public document. Go to the national budget website. So he was the one that shot himself in the leg. If I were him, I would have kept quiet when it appeared in the budget. I know when it appeared in the budget 2020, 2021 it will continue if the project hasn't been exhausted. 2022 it will continue, and they will write it continuous project. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
So he said it did not appear on the budget till this time, and we're saying no, sir. It appeared from this time. What it simply shows that he has no hand even in its inclusion in the budget. He has no hand, because if he had had a hand, he would have said, no, I engineered the inclusion. It would have been a different argument altogether. But he said no, as at that time it was not there. And we are telling him, sir, it was there. And let me tell you something, my brother. Sometimes your representative or your senator might not agree with you or might not know about a given project. You can include a project from another source in the national budget. Are you aware?
Okay, but because that project is domiciled in his constituency.
It is not every constituency project that he is the author and the initiator. It's not.
Okay.
Remember, we're talking about national budget. Remember, even House of Rep people will equally bring in their own this thing. And in his constituency, you have how many House of Reps members? Remember.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be a collective something. But if it's somebody that had said, no, he has been there since 2019, the argument would have been, okay, it was a collective effort. But this one, he has already shot himself out and said he was not there. And we are telling him he's there.
Okay.
And the next argument Dr. Oga is going to put out now is that to bring out the budget, okay, what if we bring out the budget and he's been there since 2020? What will happen? What does it tell you about the representation by our senator?
Okay, I know.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, I know that all these things, they have to do with issue of politics. The two people involved are politicians, and of course, everybody will be jostling to make sure that most of the project, can be credited to them or traced to them as what they were able to achieve. But let us look at the major issue here. The major issue should be, when are we going to see the completion of that road? Because that is where the people should be benefiting, and not actually who actually attracted it.
Yes, beautiful. When the road was approved in that 2021, the whole world celebrated Dr. Oga. Dr. UK did not say anything till this year, 2024. Secondly, sir, when that road started, because of the legally budgetary allocation of 200 million per annum, it wasn't going to be enough for that road, estimated to be costing 13-point-something billion by the Ministry of Works bill of quantity estimation. Well, Dr. Oga now started again to angle through the former Minister of Works, through the former Minister of Finance, because he was then a sitting minister. And back then, if there could be any other quicker funding procedure, and they graciously approved through Mr. President that project should be moved to what we call SUKOK. Some of the projects are termed SUKOK funding. You understand? And that project has been moved to there. And I can tell you that now the pace of the work has increased dramatically. And in no distant time, they will finish that road. I'm telling you, between now and the next 1 year, they will finish that road. Even the people that apply there just recently as yesterday said they are doing quality jobs there.
Because that road is already threatened by erosion. I'm sure you're aware of it. You have about several erosion sites along that road from Akara to Aksu Junction. Yeah.
That's why I said earlier it's a peculiar terrain that needed a foreign firm. And that was why Dr. Oga insisted on a foreign firm, and it was graciously approved by Mr. President.
Okay.
That is what we are saying, sir. It was approved, it was attracted by Dr. Uche Oga. Forget any other contrary claim. There is nothing like that. And like you rightly pointed out, someone else coming to claim it maybe because of politics to show up what he has achieved or attracted. Ordinarily, somebody would have said, oh, Dr. Oga did this, but I contributed. It would have been a fair comment. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Okay.
Being a collective something, but for you to appropriate it solely say I did when you did not, it won't go down well with anybody who is genuinely the person in charge or that attracted it.
All right.
That's my own comment.
All right. Thank you. All right. Let me sincerely thank you on A2 Uche Oga, Barrister Chijoke Udogo. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, we'll take a breather now. When we come back, we'll hear from the other side of the divide. That should be from the Senator Joseph Carlos side. We'll hear what happened. Who actually attracted that road? Though majority of the people may not want to be interested on who actually attracted the road, but when is that particular road project, when will it be completed for their own benefit? Well, we'll look at all that. Okay, we just have barely, about 17 minutes to leave the studio, and we are looking at that Abia Akara road. My own concern is when would that road be completed? But these other people, the people that actually claim to have attracted the road, one is saying I did, the other person said no, I did. So we'll find out. Joining me virtually now is the media aide to Senator Dr. Joseph Carlo, Honorable Madikoko. He joins me virtually this morning. Good morning, Honorable. Welcome to the program. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, Gineka Oloha. Thank you very much for inviting me.
All right. Now, tell us honestly, what was your boss's interest on that Akara, or rather his involvement in Akara Absu Road? Did he actually attract it or not?
Well, Gineka Oloha, I want Abians to know that there is no need for us to be struggling on who attracted and who didn't attract. When we look at Senator Joseph Carlo, the distinguished senator representing the good people of Abia North Senatorial Zone, we are busy working. We are busy attracting roads to better the lives of our folks in Abia North. Now, when you look at the Uturu, remember we started from that Uturu, we always love Uturu people who are their roads, and that Absu. Joseph Carlo did it when he was governor, and Obasanjo came, the former president called him action governor. Now today, what we are saying that Senator Joseph Carlo had in his heart the betterment of our people, and when that road was attracted by Senator, just like so many roads that we have attracted, why are we killing each other over one road? The road from Akara to Ituru. Why? What is the big deal about? Whether Senator Joseph Carlo attracted it or not, we've been attracting so many things. So now, former Minister of State, Dr. Uche Oga, did very well by writing to the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, indicating the interest of his people in order to do good things for his people. What is wrong with the letter? They are making big deal out of things. Uche Oga cannot fight with Joseph Carlo. Joseph Carlo cannot fight with Uche Oga. They are brothers. We are talking about two brothers. And people are using all this in media. I don't need to come to the media now and then start talking gibberish. I won't do that. All I'm trying to do is to let people know that Senator Joseph Carlo is on duty, and we are working so well. And for him to come and spend his energy, whether he attracted how many kilometers road for what, we don't. The one we did from Bende to Ini in Akwa Ibom, has anybody said anything about it? Are we quarreling with anybody? Why are these folks that say they are speaking for Dr. Uche Oga making big deal of it? Anyway, Senator Joseph Carlo is not bothered. We done what we've done for Akara and Uturu. We are going to do more for the betterment of Abia North. That is the basic thing.
Okay.
At the end of the day, if you remember vividly, I said that we changed the paradigm. That when usually in Igbo they say when the 2 elephants are wrong, but in this one we change it. When 2 elephants fight in Abia North, in Abia State, what will happen is that the grass will enjoy. So the people are enjoying the road that we attracted. So why are we killing each other? The big drama, whether it was an appropriation, it wasn't appropriation, whether Uchoga attracted, Uchoga didn't attract. Uchoga himself is not even bothered. You know, the man is going about his business. The man is doing what he does best, helping people. Senator Jokali is doing what he does best, bringing the goodies to Abia North people.
Okay, so
why are we fighting over this attraction, no attraction?
Okay, so Honorable, maybe I recall a few weeks ago, I remember when your principal, Dr. Joseph Carlo, said, made a comment as regards to the meeting held by former Minister Uchoga, saying that APC, that there was no faction and all that Uchoga, what he called was a meeting of his political group and not that of the APC. But we also know that meeting was an APC meeting, kind of. Could that be the reason they are fighting right now politically?
No, I disagree with you. Reason they were fighting. Ojo Zokalo will not fight with anybody. Ojo Zokalo can never fight with Dr. Uche Samson Oga, and Dr. Uche Samson Oga cannot fight with Senator Ojo Zokalo. And we know that there is no fighting. A statement, freedom of expression. The distinguished senator made it succinct that what we are trying to do is to create peace, to create harmony in our party APC. You know what we went through? From super high chief, super triple high chief, Ikete Milike and all that, faction and all that. We don't want that again. We want to move forward for the betterment of our people. So Senator Jokalu said that what he's looking forward to when we had meeting of all APC members. Now, if we had Uchoga called the meeting and maybe majority of them are from Abia Rejoice, and Senator Jokalu said he has the right to call meeting of Abia Rejoice. Now, if you want to call APC meeting, everybody has to be inclusive. But the key thing about that meeting that Dr. Madukwe Iukebu pointed out, peace. The same thing Ojo Jokalu is talking about, peace. So people who want to don't look at what, I keep telling people, Senator Jokalu speaks in proverbial terms. People take the chaff from Ojo Zokalo's statements and they try to make a big deal out of it. Nothing will bring acrimony between distinguished Senator Ojo Zokalo and Dr. Uche Samson Oga. Simple as that. There is no fighting in APC. We are trying to create one solid, indivisible political party called APC. That is why today you don't even have opposition. APC is supposed to be in opposition against the Labour Party. We are not, because our house is not in order. So people are trying to feed off the problem that we have. But there is no problem. We are coming together stronger, more viral as a political party. So there is no fighting between Dr. Uche Samson Oga and distinguished Senator Oji Ozo Carlo, representing the good people of Abia North Senatorial Zone.
Media aid to Senator Oji Ozo Carlo, Honorable Maduko Okoro. Thank you so much for speaking with us on the platform.
Thank you very much, Gineko. Thank you, Ndabia. And then Mama, Senator Oji Ozo Carlo, Onoma, Dada Gburu. Goodies, more goodies are coming into Abia North in the next couple of weeks, in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you very much.
It's nice to hear from you again. Thank you. All right.